there is no doubt that we will see trillionaires in the coming years. Along with the price fluctuation in the crypto market and the devaluation of fiat currencies, I think that's not an unimaginable target. But the governments definitely will try to limit you. Always have a good chunk of your holdings on a ledger and keep it safe, because this situation can come to your country too. Nations are there who don't even allow their citizens to take part in this cryptocurrency journey. However, progressive governments will think to tax you and take some gains out, so that they also have some gains when you are making the most of your life, right? So you always have tax loopholes which you need to understand depending upon which country you are from, and use it for your benefit. As XRP ledger is being reinforced again and again in this journey of generating trillionaires, it's going to play a huge role. It is being mentioned by banks, institutions, corporations, and all everywhere. And then I came to a tweet from David Schwartz, and when I came across this tweet, I'm like, okay, is it like he's giving us some hint? Is he hinting towards something we can see in the charts? We'll have to go look at that, whether we are going to see a price explosion in XRP in the coming days. That's really the question, because he is saying here, years ago, when XRP hitting 25 cents for the first time was an excuse for a party. Someone had wristbands made up to give out at the party. Today, my grandkids were walking along a beach and spotted a piece of green rubber floating. So that's something like this. So what are the odds here? Let us see what's going to come up. We'll go through the technical analysis and let's see what the price informs us. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. Days back, I told you guys there is going to be an all season. If you see this, I highlighted explosive profits are going to be there in this all season. 2021 is one of the biggest opportunity in this decade. And now you see this. Lot of profits. Now these are in top 20 coins. So imagine what would be there in top 50, top 100. But yeah, you're looking at the coins with higher liquidity, the volume, so that you don't have issues while getting in and out of the market. Now you have to be on the right coin on the right time based on patterns and trends, so that you can maximize your profits. You can increase your portfolio. When you look at this, for me, it's like this. Okay, the Bitcoin dominance is going down. Okay, that's happening. But each time when it breaks below, it come back, retest, and then go down. So here the impulsive move is like this: 1, 2, and 3. So that's kind of the third wave, and maybe you are going to get a consolidation here, and then Bitcoin dominance go back towards 67, 68, and then come back down. But right now, if you're looking at complete technicals without the analysis part, this kind of shows you that the price broke below this moving average, the red line here, that's the 200-day moving average on a daily. Then the price went back, retested that, and then it closed below that. But these kind of things usually used to show you that there is strength increasing in the market and the buyers are coming in. So that means Bitcoin dominance should increase from here. You look at the MACD on a daily, it tried to cross here once, here second, now it's the third try. And it should move up, because looking at the RSI, it shows you a sign that it's going to cross to the upside. So what does that mean to your altcoin? What does that mean to the altcoin market cap? We were looking at this. If our target is this line, say right now we reached around 80% of our target. What do I usually say? Take your profits starting from 70-75% of your targets. Now, we have reasons for that. We will explain through that as we go through the XRP charts in detail. Ether is hitting new highs, right? It's moving around 1.7k. It's still there and it's still rallying. So when you look at Ether right now, it's just below 1.7 and the price is staying there. But when BTC moves up, you really do have to understand how the Ether BTC pair works. Because when you see a pump in Ether, Majority considers it as a pump in alts, and others are going to go rally soon. So you always have a trend in which your price would be moving. And what you have to understand there is when the trend changes, trend is your friend, right? So when trend is changing, you need to be inside there. Say, I'll actually take you guys to the actual chart, not just the screenshot image, so I can actually show you guys different stuff. Say this is a pattern which you would be looking when you look at it on a closer view. Say zoomed in view, you are seeing something like this. Okay, so the resistance is still here. We still had like 26% to the upside, but price is slowing down. Now why is it? You can actually go back, zoom out, use a 3-day chart or a weekly chart depending upon what you actually are looking. Say I'm using this one as a weekly chart, taking out all the others. We can show you what happened previously. This is a trend. There's support, 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 and you extend that and see how the price is reacting with that. Now if you connect this, you can kind of get this top here. Now this top here, then you extend it like this, so you kind of get to see something like this. The price is kind of managing 1, 2, 3 touches there, but here instead of making a new high, the price went down. It broke below, right? So that was the bearish trend which we are seeing there. Now you just zoom in a bit to understand what was happening, and then you kind of get to see, okay, this is a low, then we went up, we couldn't make a higher high, so the trend just changed there. So that trend change, you are trying to absorb it and trying to see where these trends are moving. Now it shows you that it's a reaccumulation stage of that pattern. We went from the bottom, we went to the upside, then we corrected. Now that correction itself is showing you inside a rounded bottom, but the concerns would be here. Here you can actually see head and shoulder formation. Now that's just a possibility and it's not yet completed. Keep that in mind when I say this, because if you look at this in another way, you can also see this as a cup and handle pattern coming up. Say this is a rounded bottom which is acting as a cup, and this can be a handle being printed here. So there is a possibility that this may happen, right? So with this rounded bottom in the price and cup and handle in the RSI, it should show you that the price of this particular pair, BTC, Ether BTC, should move to the upside. So that means an alt season, right? The altcoin market cap which you're seeing here, it should actually move to the upside. Now you go in the altcoin market cap, because before moving into the XRP charts, you need to generally understand what the altcoins will be doing, right? Now you kick out all the indicators and look at the price. It's more or similar like Ether, right? Because Ether is one of the biggest cap in the altcoins. So now when you look at this, the chances are high that it is going to near its all-time highs. So that means the last time the altcoins reached this wick was its near spot of altcoin all-time highs. And here, when we break, that would be a huge run. So when we say a huge run, you have to take it from the bottom to the top here and see it's like 1119%. So that's like 10-11x from the bottom. But the question is, how many of you are rallying from the bottom? Then when altcoin market cap is going 10x, different coins go different. Say some will go like 3x, 5x, some will do 20, 50x. So this is kind of the average, right? Now you have to actually go into the XRP chart. Say this is the XRP chart on a daily, which we are going to look at here. Now in this, we are just using simple lines to just show you what the trend is. But you need to do kind of a macro analysis, right? Because when stuff is moving, you are looking at how things are reacting at different levels. So now you just delete all of this and kind of just look what the moving averages are doing. Say here the moving average, the 50 is the green one and the red one is the 200. So you are getting a cross to the downside. Usually you call that a death cross because it's on a daily. Now at the same time you zoom back out and see where it did the opposite. Here you cross to the upside at this particular point. So if you really want to put that into perspective, you can put that line there and see where it crossed. So the cross was here. Okay, then you put a horizontal line at that area to see where the price was and how it did after that. It crossed to the upside, but the price didn't go much higher, right? Did it? No, it didn't. It was like 2019 June. It came all the way back, retested this. Now, if you really want to get an idea, you can actually go back again, take that vertical and put it here when we crossed to the upside. We were crossing to the upside, but the price was coming to the downside. Now, even though we say this is a death cross, or this is a death cross, or the otherwise here is a golden cross, it was happening in the opposite side, right? So that is something which you have to keep in mind. Meaning here you can see that the price had that death cross with the moving averages, but the price went back up into the moving average range and then came back down. Why? Because this was happening while a bear market. We understood that this pattern from here till the top was a distribution pattern which you were seeing in the tops of the market, the price, and then you started getting these patterns. Now, once you are getting this, you come down here and look at it. Okay, so the chances are it shows that you may go down, but inside a trending market. Now, what is the trend here? Your lows are being supported like this, right? The price is hitting this rising trend line and bouncing, or at least you can draw a rising trend line connecting all the supports or the bottom of the price. That means you are in a rally mode and your moving average is showing you a death cross. So personally, based on what we can see here, I'm looking at the price to be moving higher. So here you had this cross to the upside, but after which the price came down to the 200-day moving average and then went. So now I'm looking at the direction of 200-day moving average, and what I can see is like it's being projected like this, right? From here, it's trending to the upside. So as the moving average is moving, that means to come back to the moving average, the price should first go retest this 0.7 or break higher than that and then come back. Now, yeah, once you break those levels, you will definitely have a retest. That's how the markets work. Now, just to clarify that, this is a 3-day chart and you zoom in on the MACD, you kind of see that the MACD has crossed to the upside. We are reaching the positive territory. The RSI has already crossed to the upside and it did do that double bottom previously, but yeah, SEC came and pushed us below this, but gradually the market is picking up. They understood that they made a stupid decision. Now, what you are looking here, you are basically looking at that rounded bottom which we just saw in the Ether market day, and when you connect these, it's kind of clear, at least for my eyes. You see all the bottoms are aligning well and you're going to the upside. So if that upside is to happen, what are you really looking at? You would be looking at the top here. This is the first one, then this is the second one. So this first one, if I put a horizontal line here, would be the short to medium term target, and that would be say around 135%, and the medium term target would be 250%. Now you need to understand where these will be taking you guys, right? So you take this up here, put it at the first one and plot 130%. That means to the previous high. Now, did we do that? Yes, we did. If you are plotting that line here, look at that 130%, you kind of see that yes, after breaking this, we did reach that first target. That was happening in one particular candle. Now that's XRP. When it goes up, it does that. Now, from here, that's your medium term target. You are looking at what? 250%. So you are extending the price to the target, say 250%. Now what you are looking at? You are looking at 1.7. So say the 70-75% of your target means you are focusing on $1.2 to $1.4 per XRP. Now that's just the price movement which we are looking at. Now if that bounce is happening, then what we just saw here from the tweet, I'm completely agreeing. Yeah, that's kind of a party time. Why? Even though you are not hitting that 2-digit or 3-digit XRP, it's still a new high after 3 long years, right? When we put this high, we made a high after this, but if we are moving around this range, that means that level was previously achieved during the bull market. So if you are trading the market, what would you actually do? Basic stuff. It depends on what's your time frame, right? If your horizon is like months, years, it's fine. Now, as of now, looking at this market cycle, I can say you don't need years to get huge gains. You don't actually need that. Now, yeah, when you come in and look at the bottom till top and understand that this is a huge asset which gives you 1400x, now you can plot that to the top and see what you're looking at. But what you have to remember is when you go into a weekly chart, this is what you see. You kind of see, if you take a line, you kind of see a fluctuation here, a couple of this, and then a bounce like this. Now, that's on a weekly, I agree. You're seeing these impulsive moves to the upside and then corrective waves to the downside inside parallel lines. You have to give value to that. Inside parallel lines, when the price moves, it's a corrective action. If you have read Elliot Wave analysis, you will understand that. Now you go into a monthly chart and this is what you see. Wow. So this one is not the high created here after this one. Say you created a high here, but this one is a lower high. So you're not getting into wave there. It's a corrective pattern there. It's not yet the first wave. Whereas this one is the first wave and this is the correction. Now I'll delete all these, just zoom in a little bit out and think, if this is the first wave and this is the correction, the second wave should be how much? Based on Elliot Wave analysis, you can understand that first wave is kind of, first and third wave would be the smallest wave, whereas the second wave would be the biggest one. And that can highlight that second wave usually is 2 to 3 times the first wave. Now think, 2 to 3 times the first wave. Now, whatever we have done previously, highlighting a 3-digit XRP, is based on the history, based on our technical analysis this side. We didn't use analysis part using theories, right? So if you are aligning that, this is 1400x. If you want to put that into perspective, what you are looking at, say you reach here, by the time you reach here, this is 100. Now, this would be 140. So that means when it reaches $170, you hit your previous target. Okay, fine. Now, what's double that? 280. That means $330 XRP. What is 3 times that? Right? You would get like 420. So, if you extend that to that area, it's like 500. Now, yeah, I know. Considering an asset which is priced at 0.43 right now and looking at $500, it's kind of crazy, unimaginable stuff. But what I'm saying is based on what you see here in the charts and the Elliot Wave analysis. You can go yourself, read it, and then use that same stuff here. Then you will get the clarity. Now, if you want to reinforce that, come into XRP BTC pair. Last time when I highlighted this, maybe a week or day before, say a week or a couple of days after that, I showed you this. We are coming to the bottom. We should be bouncing. We coming to the bottom. We should be bouncing. Now here we came to the bottom. We should be bouncing. And what we did, we bounced. Now what are we doing? We are retesting that upper level support. Support here. Yeah, it was a support. Here, yes, it was a support. Here, yes, it was a support. So now, using this support, the price has to rally above this moving averages. And once we do this, that's bull mode. You have to understand that. If you don't, you will miss the targets which we highlighted here. And then you come to the coin market cap and you kind of see all these crazy numbers. And you're like, okay, I didn't actually made all of those. How come my portfolio didn't rise like this? We are looking at an asset class which is so risky. Now, when you're entering into this risky asset class, you're entering in to make the most of it. You're not here to get, some little kind of profits and go back. If you are just here for that, then, it's way better to go into different markets like silver, gold, platinum. You can trade there, Forex, it's better. Here, you're talking about something like this, right? 2000%. Now, it's not only 2000%. When you go through different assets, it shows you that 2000% in a year, 3000% in a year, and others. So there are assets, still people are way high on it. They are buying that. Now, personally, I don't understand why someone would go in and buy some assets, which say, for example, you can see Voyager token. It's already done 7000%. Now, if you look at the actual percentage of rise, if it's 100,000, which you're looking at, and it has only done 7,000, yeah, there is still room in it. So you have to actually understand that, right? So say for example, I'm seeing people going into an asset SNX. Now it can still have the upside, I agree with that, but when I zoom out and I just take from the bottom, this is the bottom of the market cycle. Cool, great. Now we extend till the top. What do you actually see? Around 70,000% gains. Should you buy at the top? At least for me, I buy at the bottom, sell at the top. So for me, this is a no entry. Why? I see this like, say, the first wave here, now the second wave and third wave. So usually it's the third wave, then the corrective forces come in. Why? Say you can see these technicals highlighting stuff. The price is moving up, RSI is moving down. So that's divergence. Now you have to understand the technical stuff to do that. But when you see these kind of stuff, we went through this original article previously, just highlighting Simyak as actually showing you this, that there is a good chance, and he's reminding that when this comes, that really may happen. So when you look at this, now I'll have to refresh that page. I thought it was actually open, sorry for that. Now this actually shows how affected by XRP's volume after SEC's lawsuit, right? So these are really increasingly bullish stuff which you have to understand. Despite the recent volatility in price, however, its market capitalization of around 20 billion has pushed it to the 4th position on CoinMarketCap's list. It should be noted though that alts like DOT, Cardano are hot on the heels of XRP. Now, you come back to the charts and look at these, right? So you saw what I just discussed about XRP. Now, what I'll do is I'll actually take you to different charts. Say this is Cardano. So I'll take you to Cardano and show you where it is. So in its market cycle, it's nearing its all-time highs. Great. So what was XRP doing? XRP is the asset which pumps at the last moment. So if you are looking same thing, it's still at the bottom. So you can't even compare it with its cycle. Its cycle is just starting. Whereas Cardano has already taken off. Now, yeah, it has significant upside, I agree. But comparing what XRP would be doing, it would be smaller. Now guys, if you want these kind of charts setups for your portfolio, you can definitely join the Patreon. And when I say that, I would be changing the Patreon prices and all in a couple of days, because the demand is so high and supply is me, right? One human being. So the price should actually go up. That's basic economics, because I can't deal with all these portfolio assessment, which a lot of new people coming in. Now, yes, those who are in will get that for what they have signed up for. But once I change it, it changes from that moment, right? So if you would like to get more value for your portfolio, you can consider joining the Scientific Investor Patreon. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.